we have to have these conversations because they're painful. The scab has to come off. What happens in the aftermath of extremity is that we live in the ruins of that extremity. It's all around us. Not only that, but the racism that is the legacy of slavery and the brutal discrimination that is the legacy of slavery, segregation, all of that, is all connected deeply. It has to be rooted up. We have to look at it. We have to talk about it. We're not going to be able to build a better society unless we do that. And we must be committed to justice. And this is to begin the process of recuperative justice on our campus. And I admire this campus for what it's undertaken. And I'm not talking about the working group or President DeGioia now. I'm talking about the entire community, because they've undertaken a conversation. Well, no one held back, and everyone listened. That was the key, really, the listening and the bravery. And I would say that it was a very honestly deliberative group, very honestly deliberative, attentive to each other. We discussed everything, all the hard things, and different people had different ways in which they'd enter the conversation, and often it was, well, I'm going to disagree with you, and it was, I thought, intellectually incredibly challenging and morally challenging. Because of our commitment to ethics and justice, because of the Jesuit tradition of discernment, and because we have this idea of caring for the whole person. We have to care for the whole persons historically as well as in the present and in the future. If we can do it here, I felt if we could model a way of doing it, if we could somehow go further, probe more deeply into ourselves, then perhaps we can help other institutions, firstly the other academic institutions, and then the rest of our society to come to terms with this, because it's obviously not going away, and it won't until this work is done, and it won't be done by one generation, by us. I'm hoping that under the 10th generation, we might begin to see something else. But if we don't do it, it won't happen. We have the perfect time now and the perfect circumstances. We're awake, we're conscious. We have, because of the incredible scholarship that's been done on our particular case by people in the working group and others, I feel I feel like I've been through quite a year. It's, in this respect, one of the most extraordinary of my life, And when I was first asked to join, I thought I was going to go to meetings, like any other meeting. This wasn't the case. I was going to have to really hear people, and I was going to have to go out into my campus and be exposed and raw and open and listen to others who also were. And, listening to the students who were on our working group, how they really felt. And we would have an idea which we thought was fantastic, and they'd look at each other and tell us why it wasn't fantastic. And it was amazing to me because, a student won't usually confront a professor in that way, but this group, we were all the same, and they were so invaluable to us, the students who were with us. They were of the new generation, and they had a different view and deeply committed to this, and I'll miss them. I know that they'll leave the campus, other students will come, But I really want to thank the students who are on our committee.